Paudie, a new season, experienced player, do you still get the buzz?
Yeah, definitely. Looking forward to getting going now on Saturday. It's obviously been a good 5 or 6 weeks through pre-season. Got plenty of games in, plenty of minutes. I think the boys have come through raring to go. So I think up until this point it's been kind of about the gaffer getting his kind of broader principles of play across to not only the new lads but the ones that have been here before as well, maybe in a bit more detail. And then kind of leading into the start of this week into Burton, it's a kind of about tweaking that now for kind of the specific game plan going into the weekend to hopefully kind of counteract what Burton want to do.
Yeah, I guess there's sort of two parts, isn't there, to the to pre-season. There's the sort of the technical, the fitness side, but the other side, which you're really important to as well, is trying to put this squad together as a group of players that get on and play together.
Yeah, that's it. I think the club have done really well in getting a lot of the business done kind of quite early in the window. A lot of lads through before we came back, and then the couple more came in the kind of first maybe 10 days of the window. So the majority of the squad have been away to Spain together, have a lot of time kind of on the grass and kind of in around the training ground together, getting to know each other, and as you said, trying to build those bonds as strong as we can before going into the season. So there's probably, as you said, two sides of it, and I think on both fronts we've done quite well this year, and as I said, the squad's in good shape going into the first game.
And it's looked quite settled, you know, since Harrogate. Same keeper, apart from Sean not being available last week, same sort of back three, and obviously Ethan sitting in front. Does that help if that's going to be the team going forward for a while? Yeah,
I suppose it does. It's the kind of familiarity of it. Kind of going off the back of last season, we kind of had a fairly settled kind of back 5 and 6 unit, and yeah, it definitely does help kind of over the course of a season if you can build those relationships. And as I said, that the few you've mentioned, I've been before, and obviously George coming in, who's new, but he's settled in really quickly. You've seen that from the games that we've played so far. He's looked more than comfortable. So yeah, it's good, and especially kind of as a squad, I think everyone's got a lot of minutes and come through pretty unscathed in terms of the injury front, which is probably from a management point of view kind of one of the ticks that they want to kind of have going into the season.
What have you made of playing with George? Obviously he had a time up in Scotland last year, and I know played against some of the old firms, so he's played in big games. What have you made of him since he's come in? Yeah,
he's obviously big character. Kind of as you said, the goalkeepers nowadays, they all seem to kind of carry that bit extra on the personality side, and he's no different, I suppose. So yeah, he's settling very well. As I said, he's got plenty of games now behind us, and yeah, he's kind of taking a duck to water, to be honest. It feels like he's been here longer than he has. So yeah, looking forward to seeing what he produces over the course of the season.
It's always tough in League One, but it looks even tougher with the likes of Birmingham coming down and spending the amount of money they have. It's going to be a big challenge, isn't it?
Yeah, look, it's going to be tough. There's no getting away from that. As you said, there's both coming down and coming up from League Two. There's big sides, some with big budgets, so they'll have aspirations to be at the top end of the league. But I suppose we just have to take it like no different than any other year. Go out, do our thing. I suppose we've seen off the back of last year, we were able to go to places and pick up big results. So we kind of don't need to fear anyone in that regard. And I think if we can start the season a bit better than we did last year, kind of over the course of the first 6 months, and give ourselves a good platform to build on after Christmas, then I think we should be in good shape.
Whilst there's been a big changeover of players, I guess you can take some real confidence in the second half of the campaign. Yeah.
As much as I suppose there's been a big changeover, there's still a core of the team. From the one that lines out on Burton on Saturday, I would expect that there's probably 6-7 lads will be still here from last year. So I suppose it's up to us to try and kind of show the new lads as to the way the gaffer wants to play, and I suppose our standards that we kind of set from, as I said, Christmas onwards, the relentless kind of both in and out of possession. And as I said, if we can do that, I think we'll be a match for anyone.
And do you feel better placed as a group of players to enact what the head coach wants, what Michael wants from you? I know you were obviously doing that towards the end of last season, but you've now had a pre-season as well.
Yeah, that's it. And I suppose just there's probably stages of last year where we probably ran out of steam a bit, and I think getting a pre-season under our belt with a bit more fitness work, I suppose specified to the way the gaffer wants to play, with the sports science team and the physio department, we've been able to kind of tailor that. So hopefully that will stand us in good stead to be able to do it, not only for maybe we've seen last year we were doing it for 45 minutes or 60 minutes, but to be able to do over 90 minutes, which is what obviously the gaffer wants. And as I said, I think we'll be in a better shape and a better place to do that over the course of this season. So yeah, it'll be good to build on it.
Opening games always feel like they're a game on their own for me. If you get a positive result, fans get very excited. If it doesn't go your way, it goes in the opposite direction. It always feels like the reaction to whatever the result on an opening day is a little bit more intense.
Yeah, it is. Like, as you said, I've had quite a few of them now, and it's funny when I suppose you get into the back end of the season. Most of the time, you can't even remember back to those first 2 or 3 games. They do feel like a bit of a kind of, as you said, a week on their own, especially with the Carabao first round of the Carabao thrown in there as well. It's a bit of as you said, a weird start, but look, it'll be good to get off on a good note. But on the flip side, it's not the be all and end all. I think that's probably important to state. We've seen over the last couple of seasons, we probably haven't had the greatest starts with Bolton. I remember Exeter in my first year, newly promoted side, and we got off to a draw at home. So. But still kind of finished both seasons strong. So as you said, I suppose from a fan's point of view, and maybe from the players, if you get a big win, you might get probably a little bit excited, or vice versa. You think it's the end of the world. You need 5 new signings before the deadline day if you've had a defeat. But you have to take it with a pinch of salt, and obviously we've gone out there to win the game and kickstart our season. So hopefully we can go and do that.
And finally, I guess Burton in preparation, it's a difficult one. Same for them with you, but particularly them. They've got a new head coach. They've changed a lot of players. They've even got new owners behind the scenes. Very hard to read what they're going to be like. I guess the only thing you can be sure of is the pitch will be better than last time you were there, which was a challenge.
Yeah, I was saying that to Jacko today. I think I've probably played at Burton 5 or 6 times in my career, and they've all seemed to land around January, February time, and it's taken a bit of a battering over the course of the season. So yeah, it'll be nice to go out and hopefully play on a decent pitch. As you said, they've new manager, a lot of new players through the door, so I'm sure they'll be probably finding their feet over the first couple of weeks of the season too. So look, we have an idea as to how they'll play, but it's up to us to be flexible. I always say this to players, and we can't be relying on the management on the sideline to be kind of spoon feeding us things. Just there's enough experience throughout the squad to be able to adapt within games, and after 10-15 minutes kind of figure out what works and what doesn't, and then, as I said, be flexible. We've shown that last year that we can go between a 3 and a 4 quite fluidly in and out of possession as well. So if that's what it takes, and we're kind of more than capable of doing it.